Well, YouTube. The sun is shining in Colorado, just like 299 days of the year, besides this one. I think it's more. It never rains. Even when it does rain, it's sunny. Anyway, it's a good day to go live because there's been a lot of strange noises today. I think mostly due to wind and renewed construction efforts due to the good weather. I just went down by the creek and pushed some rocks around. I have a dirty hand now. And I've shot over 1,000 YouTube shorts. Why not connect with everyone? And I know this is kind of strange because there's no one right now, but there will be. I have some faith. I just watched the movie Monster and I was really inspired as someone who took lemons and made lemonade. And that woman's name is Christina Ricci. Good job. Way to get into a legit movie after Addams Family. I would say it's the saved of her career, a la Macaulay Culkin. Saved was awesome because Macaulay was in a wheelchair, and that's way worse than being home alone. And then in her case, she was in a hotel room, goading her girlfriend into continuing to murder for cash. And then who cooperated with the police? I don't know. But I loved Charlize in that movie because, I mean, she won an Oscar, and rightfully so. She did a move. And it was very accurate and practiced, obviously. But she go like, she do this up down look, and it was beautiful. Like, it was very well executed. She would do this, but it was like it's so natural because she had to do it over and over again. So she made it look very good. Won an Oscar, beautiful. And what's great is I was watching that film, Monster, starring Oscar winner Charlize Theron, and someone was like, "Oh, the Halle Berry movie, right?" And I was like, "No, that's Monsters Ball." But she did win an Oscar. Halle Berry won an Oscar. Anyway, Eileen Wuornos, my gosh. I mean, it's what I would call the Walter White situation, kind of. It's a villain who maybe at one time was a victim or the hero. I don't know. I mean, Eileen Wuornos versus Walter White. This is a discussion you could have. And the only thing is, I mean, as beautiful as the writing is in Breaking Bad, Eileen Wuornos, her story, I mean, credit be given to that movie. It's hard to make a good movie. Monster is an excellent film. But, I mean, the thing is, this is a lady's real life, and she had to go through the life and death of it and the ins and outs of it. I mean, she was executed, for Christ's sake. For killing a bunch of guys according to the movie, it shouldn't have been killed. But I mean, who knows what happened? And I really just think this was a lady who probably had many bad experiences, some very bad. And then she, hey guys, thanks for joining. And she just would freak out after a while. And I also think part of the movie that was, more hinted at than anything else, I think she was damaged physically and could no longer function as a prostitute. And I think that she had to turn to robbing people, and you can't just rob people and expect nothing to happen. But if you kill them, I mean, my dad was a police officer. He was like, you don't leave witnesses. You just don't. And so, I mean, it depends on, I think, what it is, but like even a minor thing. I mean, and perhaps that's why you don't. You learn to hate jail and all this stuff. Anyway, I'll tell a quick little funny story about jail in closing, perhaps. But I had to go to jail once for contempt of court. And so it's actually better than it sounds. Like, it's, yeah, it sounds like pretty official. It's nice. But I had to go to jail for contempt of court. And when I was in jail for contempt of court, I go in and I go into cell block A or whatever it was, cell block D, and it's just guys waiting to get out. It's all short sentences. I had 20 days. Some guys had longer, but not many. And fellows were leaving on work release. Nobody's trying to get in trouble at all. And so I walk in, and half of cell block D is like 5 black dudes, and half is like 14 white guys. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be like Jim Belushi in that movie, Mr. Destiny, and I'm going to take control of my principal drive, which is to get along with everybody and learn new things. And I'm not too worried because it's just a holding cell, whatever. Shit could go down, but probably not. So I go over to the table, and all the brothers are playing hearts. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? You know, and they're like, you play hearts? And I'm like, no, man, but gladly learn. I've got nothing but time. So they like kind of show me for a minute and they're just laughing. And I can't really understand what they're saying. And after a minute, uh, they politely, indicated that I should go over to the other side of cell block D. Now, the bit that I have is like, it smashes that all into like 20 seconds where it's like I had to spend some time in jail. It was half black guys, half white guys. So I go to the black guys side, and those black guys were totally okay with me going to the other side of the jail. But I don't know. I try to wade so deep, especially because of family concern. Only so deep. I try not to really involve much in my comedy when I do it. It's I miss music because people can scrutinize you so much less. Oh, it sucks. It doesn't suck. You suck. You're lazy. Whatever. With comedy, there's this whole other realm where you have to like be okay with everybody, and you can't be mean anymore. I mean, I want to be mean. I do, at least in comedy, because I miss being young when you could be mean with very little self-reflection involved. It's okay. It's practice. And so anyway, it was good to talk to everybody about jail and nature today. I made popcorn for the squirrel, as you can see. So I mean, you know, you'll see me. You can tell when you look at me. I wouldn't even hurt a squirrel. I would not do it. Or like a fly, just to pick a random other living creature. I wouldn't hurt a fly. But yeah, no, the squirrels are happy. I noticed like a slight jump in viewership when I pictured the squirrel. This is George. I call him that because I, I one time I called a squirrel George, and I can't tell them apart. So they're all just George now, even though there's like 50,000 squirrels back here. The tree rats have moved in, if you know what I'm saying, and not to be stereotypical, but they'll eat anything, and including human flesh. I assume. They never really mess with it. They get close sometimes. My grandfather was bit by a squirrel once, and I vowed to myself I'd never let it happen to me. You know, Dad was sprayed with Agent Orange. But I'll mostly focus on squirrel bites. You know, The government spraying chemicals on me is no problem. I trust them. God bless America. It's been real, everybody. I think we've passed surpassed the 10-minute threshold. We've got 7 people in here. How's it going, everybody? Can uh, can someone give me a little bit of a status report? Like I'm doing fine. Um, did anybody have anything fun happen to them today? I could easily go on. I'm not saying I should have been in broadcasting, but I should not have been in broadcasting. Um, Here's what we'll do. I did see something interesting today, and we'll talk about it real quick. So, and I'll have the squirrel in the background just so everybody can enjoy. It's squirrel story time. Uh, so there's a streamer named Elisa Jordana, and I actually allegedly someone I am very close to that could be myself. I could be referring to myself. Someone I knew got a strike from Elisa Jordana because they told her to check her makeup a few more times during one of her things. And so she struck them on Facebook, and you're good, awesome, great. Pulled through, went through his windshield. It's not good. My papa's partner died in a crash. Ouch. All right, I'm getting distracted. Let's get back to the important things. Elisa Jordana, she assaulted her significant other, and he fought back and was able to get away, get control of the situation and get away. Um, I don't know. There's 1,000 different things I could say about it. You know, it's like Tom Brady and the Jets. Like I could be real mean right now. There's a lot of mean things I could say. You know, that's the coolest way to say "f you." There's a lot of mean things I could say right now. Oh my God, Tom, you're the best. It's weird. It's you know. I guess in closing, let's focus from one legend, Elisa Jordana, to Thomas Brady, and I said those names pretty well. And we'll just say this about old Tommy there. Like he's so hateable, but like he's really good. There, it happened in high school. It taught me a powerful lesson. There was lesson. There was many. There are many jocks that were totally cool. You'd see a dude with like perfect hair, like buff, 6 feet, big old smile, just like happy. It's like, oh, fuck that guy. Why are they so happy? Is it because their parents love them? Anyway, usually, yeah. Or they're just like Midwest kids growing up in a town where everybody's nice and they like are well fed and spend the day exercising. Um, so many jocks that I was a jerk to when I ended up going out for sports when I got tall and fat. They were so cool. They were super cool. And I mean not just I would see them outside of school, they would hang. They'd be cool. And so not too many pot smokers, which is, you know, that's a good thing. Um, but a couple of us. And so it was always like, man, the whole time, I'm sure many of you have experienced this. If you're a major loser in high school, for some reason, people on the other end of the spectrum will become your friend and do stuff with you. And that happened to me. And I'll never forget it because it kind of puts a little bit of transparency into life. There's nothing there. It's all the barriers are in your head, and you can hang out with and be whoever you want, you know, until, you know, you have kids and then you're stuck wherever. Having kids is like, it freezes you in time, you're done. The same way kids who like abuse narcotics in high school are like stuck at that age. The age you have kids, it's like that's where you kind of are. Because what are you really going to accomplish after you have kids? I mean, compared to having kids, which is a huge accomplishment, really awesome. I'll never do it, but super cool. We need more people. I don't know. We need more dancers and jazz musicians. I mean, mostly janitors, but we dancers. And they play and perform in places that need to be cleaned, usually by a staff, 4 or 5 people. So anyway, we're getting to the misty times here. This has been Tim. I will talk to you later. It's been a fabulous 16 minutes. Thank you.